Look how well that fits on there. Just perfect. Hey guys, welcome back and thanks for tuning in. Today we're showing you what I think is about the best pistol mounted light you can get into. And I'm thinking about a couple of different factors when I say that. Number one, cost. Number two, probably size and weight. And then there's brightness level, but then also the convenience of batteries or recharging. And this thing just hits all those notes perfectly. I'm talking about the Olight PL Mini. Now, in previous videos, I've shown you the PL2, and I have actually shown you the PL Mini in other videos. But to me, this thing is probably more practical than the PL2. Now, yes, the PL2 is far brighter, but in certain situations, that kind of insane brightness is not what you want. This thing comes in at 400 lumens and about $70 or $80. And what is it? I think about 2.2 ounces. It's nuts as far as its weight. It's incredibly light, incredibly small. You can see that that's the whole package right there. It's mounted on my Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0, a recently acquired gun. Let me take it off real quick. Super easy to dismount with this little latch. Pop it off just like that, and the whole thing comes off. And to put it back on, you just pop it on to the rail, snap that little lever shut, and you're done. That's it. It's ready to rock. Now, it does come with both the 1913 and the Picatinny, the Picatinny and the Glock is what I'm trying to say, little rail piece in there. So you can pull the one out that's in there right now, which is the Glock one. I believe that's right. Yeah, it's like got a little GL to mark it. I don't think you'll be able to see that. If you look very closely, kind of stamped into the metal on that little rod there is GL for Glock. Then the other one is basically your 1913. But this one does, because it's a Glock, it will shift back and forth ever so slightly because this is not a Glock. If it were on the Glock, it would be nice and tight. In fact, let me show you that now. Here's a new version of it. And by the way, Olight is having a flash sale on this version right here, the Desert Tan version of the PL Mini.
That flash sale is happening tomorrow, May 11th, 2018, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. if you're in Utah like me. During the flash sale only, you can get this Desert Tan PL Mini for 20% off the normal price. And if you spend over $159, you'll get an Olight S2A 550 lumen light for free. As I understand it, Olight only has around 2,000 PL Minis to sell at this price, so if you want one, or two, or three, get them cheap while you can.
By the way, if you're tuning into this video late and you missed the flash sale, you can still get into this light at any time using code OLIGHT10 and using my link in the description, okay? That link down there, by the way, does help out my channel. So for those of you who appreciate what I do here, please do use the affiliate links I provide you with. It makes a big, big difference to my ability to keep this channel running. So anyway, that Desert Tan one right there, gorgeous. It would be even better if the gun were Desert Tan, but still looks really good. Functions in every way that the standard one does all the same stuff, dismounts in the same way. And what I wanted to show you was the fact that since this is a Glock, it actually locks on there real tight. It doesn't move back and forth at all because, again, this one does have the, and I believe it's right there, the GL for Glock. So it's got the Glock rail on there, which means it locks in perfectly on a Glock, and works pretty well also on a 1913, but you can swap those out if you need to. So getting back to the black version that I've got right here on my Smith & Wesson, this guy's been used and abused and shot a lot on different guns. Now, I did a drop test on this, dropped it several times, continued working just fine. Haven't done a dunk test on it. It's not rated for dunking. It's IPX6, so that means basically water jets and splashing, but it's supposed to work perfectly fine with water being poured over it. Haven't done that yet, so might as well do it now. Switching that light on, let's go ahead and get ourselves a little bottle of water that I keep in the back of the car. There's the light, there's your water. Not seeing any issues so far, are you? Over the magnet? No. Dripping wet. Looks good. Yeah, so there you go. Seems to survive the water test. Again, it is IPX6, and it's doing what it's supposed to do in that regard. While we're waiting for the black one to dry out, I'll finish kind of demonstrating here on the Desert Tan one. So some of the functionality of this guy, it's pretty simple. There's no strobe mode to it. It's just on and off, and also momentary on. Momentary is very simple. You just press and hold, release at any time to let it go. And then if you want to just have a steady burn, switch on, it's just one quick press. Now, the switch on the PL Mini, in my opinion, also is better than the PL2. The PL2 is kind of a combination of in this way and forward. It's a little confusing some of the time, and my finger can never quite get it right. But on the PL Mini, it's perfect. There's absolutely no confusion about what you do. You just rock your finger down, and that switches it on. Okay, rock it down, and it's on. That's it. It is ambidextrous, if you didn't know. So you can do that using your support hand if you want to. Rock it down, just like that, and it switches on. Again, rock it down. That's it. That's all there is to it. Now, I said in a previous video when I reviewed the M2T Warrior that I do kind of like the handheld flashlights a little bit better than the pistol-mounted lights, because you can identify your area without having to necessarily sweep it with your gun. That's very true, but there are certain situations where having your light mounted to your weapon is going to be critical and pretty important. I'm not going to try to go through all that, all those scenarios, but when you feel like a weapon-mounted light is what you got to have, in my opinion, a nice small one that has the right lumen count, that activates reliably and easily, is going to be pretty critical. Now, I think I already mentioned the weight on it, about 2.2 ounces, the lumen count about 400. 400 is really, really good in my opinion, because that's the type of brightness that you can use in an indoor setting, perhaps clearing the house scenario, without blinding yourself. So you get all the power you need, all the brightness you need to identify your surroundings and your potential target without really overpowering your night vision and making it so you can't see anything when you switch it back off. So for instance, switch to momentary to identify the area, back to off, and then momentary again to identify the area, then back to off and move. In that time when I turn it off again, I want to be able to see my surroundings. I want to be able to move about without being completely blinded by the reflection of that spot. So 400 lumens, bright enough to do the job, but not so bright that it kind of blinds you. That's why I think this guy is about as perfect as pistol-mounted lights get. Alright guys, so like I said earlier, if you're tuned into this video early enough, please do take advantage of that flash sale. The link is down below, gives you all the information as far as the hours that the sale is going. It's tomorrow, so if you watch this video in time, do take advantage of that. It's a great opportunity to get into a very good weapon light for an extremely good price. But if you tune into this video late, 10% off anytime using code Olight10 at the link down below. We'll always be able to get you one of these lights or any of their products. So keep that in mind as well. All right, we've done a lot of shooting with this, shown you kind of how it works and some demonstrations. Now I want to give you a few more details on it, namely runtime. It's about 1 hour and 10 minutes is how long this will last before it just starts to shut off on you. The way you recharge it, you can see that it's too small to take a replaceable battery. That's because it doesn't. You recharge it by way of that little plate there on the bottom. And Olight gives you, with the light, this little recharging cable right here. So USB powered, and you've got this little plate which matches up with that, sticks on there, and you just pop that into your USB source to recharge the light. Now, one thing to point out, and some folks may not know this if you don't own multiple Olight products, this is actually a special version of their little USB recharging plate. It says special on it, as you can see there. The reason why is it is not compatible with this right here. I got 2 of these, purchased both of them for all those that think that I only get Olight stuff for free. Bought both of these plus another one. This is the Olight S1r Baton, and watch this. you can see, well, you can't see, but I can see, I can feel that these two are actually repelling each other. So they are different polarities, okay? So these two do not match up, or they're same polarities, I guess is what it is. These two do not match up. So the special one only works with the PL Mini Valkyrie. Why did they decide to do that? I don't really know. I'm sure there's a good reason, but I'm not privy to it. This is what the standard charging cable looks like. Does not say special on it. And so that's how you know that this one works with your S1r Baton and the other one works with your Valkyrie. As I said at the outset, guys, this PL Mini, in my opinion, is about as good as pistol-mounted lights get. It's very small, the runtime is perfect, the flood and spot are perfect, the lumen count is perfect. 75 meters is what they say it goes out to. I'm not going to try shooting at 75 meters, but in my opinion, it's everything a pistol-mounted light is supposed to be, and probably even more, and at a pretty dang good price. $80 normally. Again, flash sale, it's cheaper, but guys, this is a really good light. I'm really digging it. I think you'll dig it too. Holsters available, I'm not really sure on that. If you look around, I think you'll find them, or give it a little bit of time. Holster makers are definitely going to be making holsters to go with Glocks and this, or Smith & Wessons and this, or whatever and this, because it's going to be highly in demand. It's nearly perfect, so there you go. And that's my review, guys. Thanks for watching on the Late Boy Scout. See you on the next one.